What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconerizonechannel for another embarrassing performance showing. I'm not even calling it performances. I don't even know what that is at this point. I just know it was, again, embarrassing, shocking, and at the same time, not surprising at all. Before we get into it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel as always. We lost against the worst team in the league. They got their first ever win in Serie A against us. That's, how do you want to put it? That's the situation at the moment. That's what we are dealing with at the moment. We are getting beat by, we look like it's the first defeat in the league, but we look like any team can beat us at this point. It doesn't matter if they play at the bottom of the table or at the top of the table. Any team can beat us. Any team will go for it, because why would they be scared of us? Because we are horrendous. I think we are probably one of the worst team in the league. We grind out a few results, but stylistically, we are probably one of the worst teams. Not probably, 100%, we are one of the worst teams in the league. And that's including Monza, because they play better football than us. Let's be completely honest over here. It was shambolic from the first minute up to the last minute. You would think, after a shocking result against Benfica, after the things are going, you come out with some sort of, what do I want to say, intent, desire. There was absolutely nothing. It felt like we were watching a preseason game and nobody, was trying too much, avoiding injuries. That's how it felt. There was no intensity. There was no pride. I'm not going to say there was no style of play, because there's no style of play. There was not even a reaction based on pure, anger or whatever. I'm grasping at things at this point, but that was not even there. It was just a flat performance. It was abysmal from start to finish, and more and more excuses. Pre-game, post-game, whatever. The only thing you hear at this point is excuses, excuses, excuses. That's the only thing you hear from the club, from the managers. It's getting embarrassing. We are looking like we're entering a BANTER era. Let's be completely honest over here. It's that bad, If you lose away to Monza, just in Monza, period, general, if you're not getting sacked for this, then I have absolutely no idea what else needs to happen. Because if anyone in that boardroom is actually believing that this thing will get turned around completely, 360, amazing football, whatever, dominant, it's not happening. The players, they don't give a shit. They don't care. And why should they care if you have your manager doing interviews, which was not allowed in the first place, and basically calling out the players, making all the possible excuses there are there to make, taking no blame whatsoever, just hinting towards, maybe I made a mistake, and that's it. But blaming players, blaming injuries, blaming everyone but himself, then what are we doing at this point, and what do you expect? These players, they don't care. Why would they care? They're deflated. They have no idea what to do on that pitch. They're clueless out there. They're absolutely clueless. I'm not even going to talk about individuals, because even I don't rate McKennie. I think he's a horrible footballer. He can't look this bad. That's not possible. Di Maria has his first red card since 2017. He's frustrating. Vlahovic could be the next one picking up a red card, because he is cooking, is boiling with frustration. It's that bad, So I'm not going to blame a red card. And after the game, more excuses. Landucci, I don't care. It's a disease in the club. That's what the management believe. So I'm going to take shots, or I'm going to, I'm going to talk about it. Even though he is not the manager, I get that. But it's a disease, is a mentality in that club, in that coaching staff, which is embarrassing. He has the cheek to come out and say, the red cards changed the game. What did it change? What did it change? We were piss poor before that red card. We were getting dominated before that red card. And dominated possession-wise. Not that Monza were peppering us and Pirin was in a excuse me, was in a mess at the back. It wasn't that. They were just dominating us possession-wise. Happened the same after the goal. They're a poor team, Monza. Let's not joke, like kid ourselves. They are poor, absolutely poor. Even after a red card, they were still poor. Like, they had possession, they had no clue what to do with it. Yeah, some shots here and there, but like nothing special. And I'm not taking shots on Monza. I'm just saying that's how bad they are, and we were even worse. Like, we somehow were worse than Monza. And Nia comes out saying, yeah, the red card changed the game. If I was in the boardroom, you're not making the team bus anymore. It's done. Just find your own way to Torino, whatever. It's done. If you actually 100% believe, like, with your heart, with a passion, that red card is the reason you got beat again today, then that's like, it's not delusional at this point. I don't know what it is, because English is not my first language, but it's worse than being delusional. If you actually believe the red card is like, it's excuse after excuse after excuse, and no accountability. It's the same thing week in, week out. Then he comes out saying, yeah, I still believe we and Allegri can turn it around. But then again, it's a World Cup. Players are leaving, so it's difficult. More excuses. Even more excuses. You had 3-4 months, a year and a half almost with the team, and still piss poor. Why should anyone believe that you're going to turn it around out of nowhere in a couple of weeks? And I'll circle back to yesterday's live. If they actually believe Pogba coming in this team and Chiesa coming in this team will change things, they're absolutely delusional. It's horrific. It's shambolic, and the club have no idea what damage they're doing at this point by waiting. They have absolutely no idea what they're doing. This is not going to work. Forget about it. Even about, like, and I'm going to talk about it, but like, even who's the next man up, like, this is not going to work. Like, this is not going to work. This is not going to get you where you want to get. Forget about the title. Like, that's nowhere near. You're nowhere near that. Even though the league is shocking at this point. Like, everybody's dropping points, whatever. Somehow it's still close. Forget about that. Forget about the Champions League group stage. Just the team as a whole, it's not cohesive. There's not a team out there. There isn't. It's just a bunch of dudes who just met, and have no idea how the sports work and get out there. It's like a Sunday league, and you are missing 5 players, and you just called some random people to make 11 players to have to basically fill a squad, and you just go out there vibing. That's how it feels out there. Like, every single player looks like a Serie B level player. Like, it's horrendous. Like, they cannot make passes. They have no idea what to do. Defensively, we're all over the shop. It's just shocking. It's just piss poor. I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. Like, if the club thinks is okay, and before the game, Arriva Bene says you will be crazy if you think we're gonna sack Allegri. It's a 4-year project. Like, okay, you had a 4-year project. It's failing miserably, so you're just gonna ride it out for 4 years? Like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't get it. And what type of business are you gonna sit there, have a project, you see halfway through that project almost, oh my god, it's going really bad. But you know what? We put it on paper 4 years, so we're just gonna stick with it, and just ride it out. Like, that's the vibes they're giving. The other vibe they're giving is, and we know that there's disagreement in the board, and the third vibe is there's no money. And there is news about who could be the next man up. Excuse me, and let me see. Let me see. And there is some news, but again, it's not the best newspapers, whatever, or the best journalists. He got some inside info at times, but he basically said Netfed wants Allegri out immediately. We know that. Then he says Arriva Bene is open to sack Allegri, but only if they can bring in a low cost option, so a cheap option. That's true. And then it's Agnelli. He's afraid to basically put Montero in there, and then it will fail. Wow. Just wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Like, proof that they're not agreeing on things. That's one, obvious. Proof number two, they have absolutely no idea what they want to do with the club. Montero, what are we doing? Like, we're going for the Primavera coach. That's an option. He also said Carrera, who's out of job for I don't know how many years. And then we have Eric Bene saying, yeah, but only if it's a cheap option. So, like, at this point, like, sacking Allegri, okay, but what's happening next could be even worse, because this team, this club is all over the shop. They're all over the place. They have absolutely no clue what they need to do, and they're making mistakes year in, year out for a good portion of the last 3-4 years. That's why we're in this situation. They have absolutely no idea where they want to go with it. And you can see that with these rumors, Montero, and even if people say, it's not a good source, you expect these names to come out. You expect the club to go into this direction. That's why Allegri hasn't been sacked for now. But a serious club would be, you're out of here. You're done. Like, this is going nowhere. Yes, we need to pay you money, but we're going to lose a lot more money if we keep you in a job. That's what a serious club will do. And a serious club will not be, you know what? Primavera coach, just do this massive job. You know, a lot of pressure, fans all over the place, players all over the place, club all over the place. You come in and do a job. Carrera, you're out of job for 2 years. You come in, you know the club, do a job. Like, shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. But no surprise. That's the only thing I think we can agree on. But I'm going to wrap it up because it's going to be a long 2 weeks discussing the same things. And then when we come back, because I don't believe Allegri will be sacked, I will be shocked still. It will be the same thing over and over and over again, you know. So it's going to be a very long season. Not a fun one. I will say that. But yeah, we lost against the mighty Monza. That's what it is at this moment in time. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, and we will see you back tomorrow. Ciao guys.